Cek sound, cek sound. Check zone, check zone, check zone, check zone, check zone, check zone, check zone. Are we good? Hello, my name is Gregorius Gaines. We are back again to Final Fantasy XIV. Lanjut MSQ. Tak bisa tidur di malam Natal. Let's go, let's go. Karena ngapa-ngapain juga sih. I'm not doing anything in the Christmas night. So let's continue the Final Fantasy again. Wait, let me check. Is it any? Oke. Udah nggak nge-lag, keluarin dulu. Siapa yang ngecek? Cuy, ternyata udah ada kadonya. OTW. Wait, OTW. Ada mau event. Event Santa. From here we follow the path. Note what's the Neptunus. Here we will find our new nieces with SAS to travel between island of Elpis. First time travel must be occupied by someone with this request permission, which I have not previously been granted. We only need use the device together once, and henceforth we will have live to us it freely. Shall we? So bring through MSQ. Shall we? Huge map, bro. This is huge map. I wish I can here we are not use. This news will take us to Kalimelios Lipos, the western island. That's right here. It's right there, looming large over us. Step this way, we can soon admire the view from above. Cutscene.
I present to you Kalimelios Zephyros. Here you will find a number of testing facilities, as well as the observation hub of Poiton Oikos.
Poiton Oikos.
Right then. Let's begin by... Well, an Arrayus. How delightful.
And what, pray tell, is that?
Ah, that's a new species of shark. We approved the concept but a few days ago. Sharks are among the most popular sea creatures. Rare is the day when someone does not submit a new concept. At first, they were largely orthodox, consideration given to such things as size and environmental impact. And then a whimsical someone thought to bestow it with flight, another superior intelligence. And then the floodgates burst. Concepts with multiple heads, or arms and legs, and so on and so forth. It was getting absurd. A part of me wanted to tell them to go away and find something else to create, but I couldn't deny their passion. Here we are.
So. Heidelin!
That was too close. Are you unharmed? Well now, if it isn't a pair of familiar faces.
Bernard, that we should meet you here.
As I mentioned earlier, the better part of the convocation holds that when we retire is when we return to the star. Well, she is not among said majority. Even after stepping down, she carries on with her work. Vanar is her name, and she is the previous Azir.
It has been a while, Hythlodaeus. You look well. Less so, Emmett Selk. I dare say the lines upon your brow have both deepened and doubled in number.
Akan
A
sangat keren
shame
kalau
for one so young. You must make an effort to frown less often.
Easier said than done, thanks to your unruly successor.
How is she, if I may ask?
Incorrigible as ever. Rushed headlong into a volcano on the brink of eruption just the other day. I should be glad to share the tale in its entirety later, if you're so inclined.
Oh, you know I am. Now then, you are? I say, have you perchance come from the future? I do not believe we have ever met, yet I sense my magic upon you. Therefore, if I wove the enchantment, I could only have done so at a later point in time.
What manner of magic is this, if I may ask?
A traveler's ward, of course. It prevents the corruption of one's ether.
Does it protect you from entrapment by armors by any chance?
Primals, you say? But I'm not familiar with such beings. But if they enthrall by warping the balance of ether, then yes, the magic would afford you a measure of protection. I gather from your question that you are not ignorant to its presence.
Hold on. From the future? That's absurd.
What is it? Are you unable to speak of the matter?
The reality to which you must return exists as a result of the final days. You cannot reshape the past to undo the tragedies of the present.
So, your actions here will not change your history, but they may yet affect the course of ours. How very exciting! I'm quite fond of delving into the unknown, and there's naught more unknown than the future. Until a moment finally arrives, we cannot know for certain what will come to pass, regardless of our supposed foreknowledge, so you needn't worry for us. More importantly, that you should go to such great lengths as to travel unto the past bespeaks the gravity of your quest. Will you not reveal it to us? Mayhap we can be of aid to your cause.
If this is true, then you've been keeping quite the secret to yourself. As a representative of the Convocation, I will hear it all. Your identity, purpose, everything.
Why don't we move to a place more conducive to calm conversation? I've been working here for some days now at an old friend's behest. If it is agreeable, we may make use of my accommodation at Poiton Oikos. We were meant to meet. I am certain of it. Else I wouldn't have marked you so clearly and sent you unto myself in the past. It's precisely the sort of mischief I would get up to, and quite inspired, if I do say so myself.
Oh man, that's so good. And not. My apologies, before we went along, I congratulated me with the matter with rather about live unsolved. Is if I find a certain concept in graph crystal and could figure orals with my code. And orders to say, I think we might have seen the culprit before being struck by their business with the shark. Would you like us to follow it at a real trail? It will be, of course, lead us only to Orioles. There is no granted that he has dropped or stashed away that the crystal you seek. This event must be most helpful. While you are hunting down the thief, I can follow behind and scour the forest floor, just in case. Could I ask you to join the search? I'll report another pair of eyes to look for the land of here. Many thanks. There is a small bridge leading into Poiton Oikos. Let us meet up there once we exhaust the effort. Oh, don't. I'm freaking weak. Hello, 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 welcome, welcome. Hello, Bang Ray. Bang Ray G. Howdy, howdy, gimana kabarnya? Bagaimana malam Natalnya? Ada acara jalan-jalan? Tidak, main FF. Main FF saja. That's the best. Our last source written, I'm afraid that earliest. Oh, there's no longer had the user of able to find it as a about wake. Does suppose you fared any better? Ta-da! The crystal, well done. Wonderful. How can focus on your tail without missing concept nagging at my mind? Have you always have a knack of finding things? Bagus nih zone-nya. Oh, siap, betul. You travel often then. It seems we have something in common. Long ago when I held the seat of Aizen, I was forever trekking back and forth across the star in search of answer people problem. Naturally, the need of such journey has lessened considerable since I entrust the pursuit of my whimsical successor. Yet I am still eager to come running should an old acquaintance or new interest require my personal attention. That is what brings me to Elpis. In fact, many times have been my princess been requested my opinion sought concerning the habit of this or that creation. Agreeing to help locate that missing crystal was a minor distraction, which now promised to become major revelation. How strange and wonderful! This is the way one thing leads to another. Would you agree? Aduh, coba kita ini reinkarnasinya dia lebih keren lagi sebenarnya sih. What the hell? 87. God. Sorry. Ya kagak ada. Oh ya ada nih. Bart dong. Bart. Skip. Wah. Skip gitu. Renat is in cheerful mood. Thank you again for your timely help. Now that it's time I return this stolen property. It would go ahead to my accommodation. I will join you as soon as I have attended that task. Follow the path straight ahead to the building at the top of the slope. I have an entire place for myself, so we can speak without fear of being disturbed or overheard. This is my new Gridania. We should have housing in this zone, I believe. Oh, yep. Harusnya Gridania kayak gini sih, cakep. Ada orange-nya gitu, nggak full hijau kan, kalau Gridania full hijau. Nih itu dulu. Hello ma'am, welcome my temporary abode. Please make yourself at home while I put on some tea. Cutscene. Pakai suara kayak biar lebih immerse. Enggak kayaknya. Oh, okay.
A wonderful aroma. I feel more relaxed already.
Would that I had sweetmeats to offer. but I travel light out of habit. There's plenty of hot water though, so please have as much tea as you like. Now then, will you tell us your tale?
Why don't you start from the beginning?
Apa ya? Apa ya? Oh, dia di sini dia cerita awalnya. Ah, shit. Kalau selama ini dia tahu berarti, oh shit, dia cerita MSQ itu berarti
Preposterous. Utterly preposterous.
While not the words I would have chosen, I too have my doubts. Much of it borders on the incredulous. What of you, Vanar?
Not knowing the precise details of the first final days, it is difficult to determine the veracity of the tale. Supposing it is all true, I must ask myself why I would do what I did. Why would I feel I had no recourse but to oppose the 14 and create this Heidelin? Circumstances change, of course, but it would not have been an easy decision regardless. No, there must have been a reason. One compelling enough to force me to take such drastic measures. Then there is the Elpis flower, which I said would serve as a guide. That it's of import to your mission is plain, but your presence here leads me to believe that this place also holds significance. But what could it be? What are we meant to accomplish?
Might it not be simply thus? In the future, whence she came, the final days could not be averted. Mankind has no choice but to flee the star. By alerting us to that eventuality, perhaps you wish to pave the way for other futures.
Theoretically speaking, it is a possibility. Yet if that were my primary objective, I see no reason to guide our friend to Elpis specifically. The capital in Amarot, or even my own home would be more logical destinations.
True, true. I note also that Heidelin did not specify a point in time to which she must return. By this, it may be inferred that it was not critical that we should meet.
Alternately, she had reason to believe that our paths would converge, coincidental though it may seem.
This is quite a puzzle, and we do not have all the pieces.
Hardly any, but we do have one immutable fact. If the final days are indeed as described, they will bring death to all that I hold dear. Yet despite being afforded long years of preparation, the only provisions I could make were for flight. Nay, my first and foremost endeavor would be to find a way to forestall the coming doom.
Given that even the 14 failed, mayhap you deemed it impossible.
Nothing is impossible. This I have always believed. And if Heidelin is indeed me, she would believe the same.
Listen to yourself. Are you seriously entertaining the notion that you are a messianic figure in some far-fetched tale? Well, I will not. I refuse to accept that our world could be undone by some unforeseen calamity. I also take offense to my portrayal as a megalomaniacal madman. To sacrifice oneself for the star is a noble act, and I would hold those who gave themselves to this zodiac in the highest esteem. Yet, you claim I recreated Amarot and populated it with phantoms of our people? A bizarre indulgence that would be insulting to their memory. Worse still, I even invited you there. Literally invited my own downfall. Why would I do something so idiotic and inexplicable? Now, I will allow that the hypothetical task of restoring our world would be daunting in the extreme. The thought of having to bear such a burden for 1,000 lives horrifies me. But I would never forsake my duty. I would never forsake my brethren. You do not know me. I've had my fill of your fiction. I will return to my duty, and you will not bother me again.
Emet-Selch! Wait!
You've seen much of Elpis already. If you have any observations to share, I should like to hear them. Hermes and his creation Meteon, you say? If Dynamis is the self-same energy as Akasha, as it likely seems, then those two may well be at the center of the calamity to come. This warrants further investigation. With that settled, 'tis time for action. The missing pieces of the puzzle are here, I'm certain of it. And when you find them, the picture my future self has painted will be complete, and you will have your answer. Now suffice it to say, I will aid you in your quest.
After painted in red. Wait, all this time We're nothing
Have
more
faith.
than
If Emmett Selk is the man Azam described to me, we've not seen the last of him.
Shall we begin our investigation then? I'm contest with Hermes, of course, but only visitor received by the chief authority of Alpes, of the man himself. I know only that which common knowledge. This I suggest we fall back on the tried and true method of conversing with the local. The officer who lives here can surely tell us where the Hermes only met him, and I have a good idea where we might begin. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, kabar. Oh. See you, the woman standing in front of yonder building? Her name is Isman. Isman, she is one of my arrangements for my stay in Elpis. From what I recall, she has held a position break for some time, since she can provide us with some insight. Well, that she can step draw it out answers if needed be, but I leave the choice of topic up to you. Question from me? Well, I suppose I'm not pressing useless at the moment. Yeah. Greetings, my friend. Here are desperately curious about Chief Hermes, and I was wondering if I can do her? So tell me, Mistress Vena, anything to be of service? What do you wish to know? His features. Well, is his authority of flying life form? He has a specific knowledge, living creatures in general. Is that what you wish to know? Oh shit, I don't know about it. How would you describe him as a person? His college? He's quite man, as you might, and occasionally somewhat poor with his choice of work. His rich in nature, however, does not prevent him from carrying out his duties as chief officer. I hope that answered your question. Was there anything else? Gagal. It's no secret that she is highly unusual familiar of late. The chief often makes his round with her, like a mother hen raising her chick. I understand that she's able to read emotion and communicates directly with one mind. Exactly how she was created with that talent, however, is a mystery to me. My apologies, I wish could explain her nature in more depth, but I have not a question to discuss with Chief Hermes. Do you wish to know him better? The Chief might not be the most dangerous individual, but he engages with us as necessary for everyone to perform their duty. I would want to intrude upon his privacy for the sake of curiosity. Though, if you wish to learn about more, Meteon, you can try speaking with Timalios, another expert in the creation of flying concept. You should be conducting an operation to the banks of the stream, somewhere to the east. Unless you take particular joy in rambling discourse, I suggest you keep your question concise. We shall keep in mind. Thank you for your question and your insight. Okay. Here's out else you need during your stay. Please do not hesitate to ask. Come, Grace. I think we take enough. Yes, ma'am. Okay. finishes off fine start, would you agree? From here, I propose we set up. I start on here making inquiries with resident observer to track down the college Wisman mentioned. While I did feel compelled to interject once or twice during the previous conversation, you seems more capable drawing short answer, user. All I asked that he was looking around the street. We can meet back here once you finish speaking with the Malos. Yes, I'm Timalios. Please keep your voice down, we will utter the burps. Oh yeah, cowok. So, what is your wish to speak about? Chief Hammer's role. A worthy subject indeed. This being with soar through the cloud, majestic and graceful are ever revelry of creation. Even now, with so many varieties in existence, the flood is newly imagined concept continues unabated. What set the chief creation apart, however, is how they benefit from his boundless knowledge of celestial realm. Birds that can climb so high they disappear from view. Others which traverse the boundless sky in a moment and all without riding the current. I know of none save he who can conceive such marvel. Even we who prize elegance of form above all else are dumbfounded by his genius. My opinion is that matter would be superficial at the best. Despite my admiration for matter as a concept, and I have never delved too deeply into the inner working of her nature. I know that she was given for communication via emotion, but otherwise her ability are mystery to me. If Chief Hermes should choose to submit Metathion concept to the bureau of the architect, then will the design be requisite for public security? Analyzing of content creation before that step, yet from upon, to say at the least. Of course, if he came to me, a fellow artisan, looking for advice, that would be an entirely different story. Enemies and Indonesia? This still sounds vaguely familiar. Was there not flower made here in Elvis was exhibited properties of one or another? Because you've been centuries since I've heard no one speak of such things. Has there been researches in interest? Yeah, gagal. Then why bringing up the subject? I'm flattered that you showed me my insight, but I can afford the negative just for the sake of idle chatter. Now I really must return to my observation. Surely you have your own lesson too. Gagal atau enggak? Mother Heidelin, look at this, I have bear. Look at these, I have these. Back already? That was quick for work. You're obviously clever enough to head off any of that rambling Imanus mentioned. So, have you any new finding to share? I see, even an expert in the field have little understanding of method capabilities, let alone awareness of dynamics. My question resulted in much the same answer. Hermes College view method as personal project and could provide no details beyond those which you just told me. This leads me to believe that the only person with any safety knowledge of dynamics is Hermes himself. Yes, we have made some progress here, but more information is needed if we are to reach any definitive conclusion. I have this. At present, the strongest link we have to validate is powered by dynamics, and the intelligence which can control it. Yet most scholars are only vaguely aware of these terms, let alone study them in any depth, except for Hermes, it seems. Thus, I'm inclined to stay our current course and learn all we can about the chief overseer and his familiar. And on the subject, was there aught else or not you can tell me about Meteon, aside from the orthodox method of communication? I rather wish you had this mentioned earlier. In any event, would you care to elaborate? So these statements of hers are well, the great expand in search of deeper meaning. Thank you, though. The mystery at hand remains unresolved. I feel you are touched upon the vital clue, one we should keep in mind as we continue. Next, I propose we take ourselves in Perimetia crystalline, not far from here. Just follow the path to the west. This tower, the one farther along, are both part of Primitia crystalline, the vessel where they have all the LP's observation testing with. Despite how they appear to be outside of the interior, it's actually a vast area of magical interconnected space, which, while fascinating, is not the reason we do. I shall cut my exploration short to see what those two activists have to share. If you could find someone to speak with over at the towers, I shall join you there alone. Sorry, sir. You have a question for me? Certainly, this one while I unlock my current appointment. Indeed, so if you could provide progressive log and this behavior, shit. Ngapain baca ih? Ngomong kek, capek ih.
A delightful breeze and a breathtaking view. What is it like in the future? Is the world still a beautiful place? I swear I could hear the glimmer in your eyes and the adoration in your voice. While we wait, will you not tell me about your adventures? Well, not the portentous events which led you here, but the simple delights all your own. By learning about the future world, I may gain insight into future me's plans. But more than that, I have an interest simply as a fellow traveller. Short of going somewhere oneself, there's naught more stirring than hearing another's account. Incredible. Would that I could have been there to see it. Yours is a harsh and unforgiving world. Yet in spite of this, your brethren hold fast to their virtue. To know that the light of mankind's potential still shines, even in that faraway place, it gives me heart. Thank you for regaling me with your tales. I will treasure every word. As you know, I was once a scholar. And among other things, I sought to understand the workings of the world. What exactly is ether? How formed the laws of nature? Whence sprung mankind? Riddles and mysteries beyond counting. Over the years, I have managed to find answers to some few of them. Yet rather than attain a sense of mastery, the more I understood, the more I came to hold the world and its miracles in awe. We too are miracles, each and every one of us, born of the warm breath of life that traverses the heavens, swirling through eternity. When I fully grasped the improbability of our existence, nothing felt impossible anymore. If it could be imagined, it could be done. A passion swelled within me, an epiphany dispelling all preconceptions of what was natural and true, and a presence without, immense yet intimate. Fate, perhaps, holding us in its tender embrace. As reassuring as it was intimidating, how keenly aware I became of creation's fragility, built as it is upon precarious happenstance. I was overcome with an irrepressible urge to know the world more intimately, to hear its voice, feel its breath. I ventured forth on a journey that very day, so very long ago now. Freed from presumption and prejudice, I saw the world through a newborn's eyes. Everything fresh and new, and so beautiful. Lands that stretched on forever. Skies one could drown in, the heartbeat of nature, silent yet strong. And amidst it all a people, beacons of light and life, laughter that warmed my heart like naught else before. They are my meaning, and my purpose, my love. And so long as they need help, I cannot return to the star. Perhaps my future self is still waiting for it. The moment she can let go and walk unto the end. Safe in the knowledge that man will find his own way. You, who are our future, tell me this. And tell me true. Has your journey been good? Has it been worthwhile?
Pray forgive my lateness. My observation subject was rather irritable, and it took a while to settle it down.
No need to apologize. Your work takes precedence. Besides, we had a pleasant conversation in the meantime.
You're too kind. Now then, I'm told you wished to ask me some questions.
Indeed. I have an interest in one of Hermes' creations. Meteon. You witnessed a host of them take flight, yes?
Oh, that! Yes, I did. It was in the dark of the morn. I'd left the Thalassai after nocturnal observation. As I walked along, I spied a bright light climbing high into the southeastern skies. Then, in an instant, it was gone, like a shooting star, only rising rather than falling. But then another shot up, then another, and another. Intrigued, I made my way to the edge to investigate. And who should I spy on an isle to the south but Hermes and Meteor, the Matea, rather. There were lots of them, and I realized they must be the shooting stars that I'd seen.
A dazzling spectacle indeed. Have you spoken with Hermes about this?
Oh, yes. The sight left such an impression on me that I approached him about his mystery project the very next day. Alas, he said that he couldn't reveal anything just yet, that he needed to conduct further tests. It shouldn't be long now, though. He often returns to that isle, and I have a feeling he's nearing a breakthrough.
Splendid. We are likewise eager for the details. Well, that is all we wish to ask. Thank you for taking the time to indulge our curiosity.
You're very welcome. It's always a pleasure to speak with other inquisitive souls. Oh, and will you be descending now? If so, I shall link the doors for you.
Please.
Capek. Cutscene semua. Wah, gila. Capek pakai banget. Saya penasaran apa yang terjadi next. Oh. Gila. Kemana ya? Boncengin, Mak. What, you have eaten him before? Oh, you before meaning after. Oh, confusing that. It is certainly not unthinkable. You said to him that you are holding your own against me. Battle is argues that you are worthy. He's back. Wow. And this theory turns out to be bad one. Buset, monsternya jadi amat. Saya tidak mau berurusan dengan makhluk itu. Shall we begin? You are, I will go easy on you. Roger that, Mom.
Let neither side hold back.
Wih, banyak banget.
Impressive. I shall have to try something different.
Jadi dancer. Wow.
No quarter. Have a taste. I see you won't be easily overcome, but neither will I. Prepare yourself. Very well. Let us move to the final trial. Shed your burdens and show me your strength of will!
Sahaidelin gue.
You still stand. People of your time are more resilient than I had dared hope. I have seen enough.
Tidak.
Twas my intent to finish it, but clearly I underestimated you. One would think I never learn. I made the same mistake with Azam when we first sparred. Despite being less than half my age, her strength was astounding. As is yours. 'Tis plain you have weathered considerable hardship. Far more even than your tales would suggest. It seems we have both learned much on our journeys. Well now, I dare say he has warmed to you. A boon to be sure. He never forgets his favorites, and is ever eager to come to their aid.
Ha, lucu. Agustus.
Quite a small place, lacking even the most basic equipment. The present may yield no clues, but we may yet try perusing the past. Have you done this before? So you cannot control the power freely. Worry not. I shall assist you. Come and stand before me. There are two ways to see the past. The first entails peering through the walls of the soul in the moment a subject is recalling a memory. The second requires no subject, and is instead a process of piecing together an event from ripples left in the ambient ether. As memories are etched upon the ether of the soul, so too are they etched upon the ether of the world. In this way can history be preserved. Such memories are given to fading, however, and can prove challenging to visit. But come, let us try. Close your eyes.
All units fully functional and proceeding on course towards their respective stars. Estimated time to completion of survey is 108 cycles. End of status report. Severing connection with shared consciousness. Did you hear that, Hermes? All is well.
Yes. Good tidings at long last. Every step of the way, I've been reminded how little we understand creation. How the universe defies imagination.
But soon we won't need to speculate. We'll know the answers. What others live for.
Indeed. And we'll owe it all to you and your sisters.
I wonder what answers we will get.
Whatever intelligent beings that exist out there are bound to be vastly different from us. Diverse in form and culture, possessed of unique ways of thinking. Their conception of life and its purpose will be no exception. Completely and utterly unlike ours.
Utterly unlike. How?
I have no idea. Yet whatever answers we receive, I will not dismiss them out of hand. No, I will think earnestly on them all. And I will share them with our people, that together we may contemplate our own existence. Perhaps then our star will become a better place. Not only for man, but for all life. Meteon, as though I gave you wings to soar the heavens, I did not teach you how to walk the earth. So loath was I to bind another living being. In the course of your long journey, you will learn from those you meet, learn to walk and run and so much more. And when you return, older and wiser, we will have a celebration to mark your homecoming and coming of age both.
Will there be apples covered in syrup?
And how are you supposed to eat them? Rather than food, perhaps... a flower. Yes. Upon your return, I will gift you a beautiful flower.
So, what is your opinion? I understand. He is a gentle soul, and well-intentioned. Yet it does not take ill intent to beget ill. We must consider the possibility that something may have gone awry. Perhaps it was oversight, or simply an accident. In light of this, I propose that we reveal your tale to Hermes himself. If he does not wish for the final days, as we believe, he may well join us in pursuing a solution. Then it is settled. Let us seek out our friend with all swiftness. 'Twould not do to let such a pure soul be blackened by tragedy.
Ini ya. Oh, Ethernet. I don't wanna mess with you. Sampai kentut lagi. Ya. illustrious Emmett Self. People greatest mind, not to mention the Hatter's sharp eyes connected to the pursuit for solution, such an outcome seems inconceivable. The only possible explanation of this nature of catalyst is inexplicable that even we fail to perceive it. The better fits the description of invisible, intangible, and dangerous. Which in turn led us to the next question: how determines the mission as Van Daniel not become the subject of his own research? We must assume that he either knew that he was unable to help, or that he was diagnosed because in the first place he was just can only speculate. To be clear, the does not tolerate deception or malice. We are practiced like perceiving truth, and we have not had a fundamental attempts. Members had not conscious wish for the world to end. Of that I'm certain. It seems there is more than tell after that. We conduct the festival in our own, you see? How comforting. You seem to have reached the exact same conclusion. I see no reason to delay, brother. This time we brought Hermes into the fold. Thanks, I did not say I believe your ridiculous story, but as I'm psych, I put it as very potential threat to our existence, no matter how ridiculous or personally offensive I might find it. Jaga dulu negara kita. Yes, that is just my fishing. There he is. Oh, it's awful. What a thing is with him. He was a bit of a most subject as a student, but as a test for her, I can imagine what to expect. It's so by within the Hungary Gardens. We are a mess out here. Mana mereka? Nggak ada. Nah, stuck gua anjir. Tutupan dong, cari-cari.
My apologies for keeping you waiting. I understand there is a matter you wish to discuss.
Aye, a matter of the utmost gravity, if one can suspend disbelief.
Ush. Apa nih?
Go on then. Tell him what you told us, who you are, and why you came.
Lurus aja gitu.
The final days.
The phenomena observed during these star-encompassing calamities is likely the product of a dynamos reaction. And none is more versed in the applications of this energy than you, Hermes. I must stress that we do not believe you would desire such destruction. We come not to lodge accusations, but to beg your wisdom. And so, distressing though the exercise may be, I ask that you share with us your opinion on the matter, on the assumption that our visitor's tale is true.
Even you, Vana. As you say, the phenomena observed in the two calamities may both be attributed to Dynamis. Of note is the difference in its effect. In the first final days, it warped creation magics. In the second, it warped the people themselves. The key variable, I suspect, is the etheric density of the men of each age. As you know, ether, in essence, negates Dynamis. Harboring high concentrations of ether, we ancients cannot readily manipulate Dynamis, nor be manipulated by it. Therefore, rather than ourselves, the calamity affected our magics. In contrast, having been sundered, the people of the future are composed of but a fraction of our ether. Thus are they susceptible to the influence of Dynamis and its transformative potential. But that would explain only the mechanism, not the cause. Though perhaps...
What is it? Even should it be a hypothesis, we would hear it.
Dynamis is an energy put in motion by feelings. Feelings for which there must first exist a source. A source to which the victims must be attuned. One that harbors the self-same negative emotions. Elsewise it could not be the agent of such extreme change.
So it wasn't the stagnation of the celestial currents. Someone, or something, is instigating the star's demise.
So, we've a villain on our hands after all. Any idea who or what it could be?
The celestial currents comprise the outermost layer of the star's ether, encasing it like a protective sphere. According to your tale, it was where the currents were weakest that the phenomena first manifested. If the inciting factor came from without Aetheris, then its effects would first be seen in those locations.
Oh.
Greetings. Can you hear me? Do not be alarmed. I mean you no harm.
Oh shit! What is
I wish
this?
only to hear your words, share your feelings, know your thoughts. May we please be friends?
Meteor. What is it?
Executing scheduled task, suspending individual self and connecting to shared consciousness. Connection established. Commencing status report.
Keren.
It hurts! It hurts! So hot, so cold, so sad. I don't understand. Make it stop. Please, make it stop.
Steady, Meteor. Steady.
So scared, so lonely.
Omega! The fuck?
It's too much. Why do we hurt? This is wrong. All wrong.
She's gone? But how?
She has altered her etheric density in order to blend in with her surroundings. an ability for avoiding confrontation.
Most effective. Frustratingly so. I can't see her either. Not even a trace.
Stay away. Please. This is wrong. My mistake. So please.
Are you all right? In your mind? No. We only heard her speak the instant before she vanished.
Of course. When communicating without words, Meteon also employs dynamis. That will explain why you were able to hear her, and we could not.
Then you are our best chance of finding her. Follow her voice and try to track her down. Hindered though we may be, let us split up and search as well.
Tes.
Yo. Grey. Oh, Grey.
Halo.
Tuh. Tumben pagi.
Sudah buka belum, Grey?
Baru kembali ke masa lalu.
Ya,
Biarlah masa lalu.
Elvis Presley.
Capek gila. Dari jam berapa ya? Jadi jam 3 kan?
Rian.
Oh, udah mulai.
Lagi ekstrim ya?
Mau?
Baru mas.
Capek jadi jam 3. Capek banget. Panjang banget questnya dari yang mana ya? Dari
bentar, jangan kamu start dulu ya. Gear gue hancur semua. Kok nggak
Buset.
terasa ya?
ini panjang nggak sih waktu ke masa lalu?
Enggak panjang.
Enggak.
Panjang banget loh dari jam.
Enjoy aja deh, bawa enjoy.
Enjoy.
Seru itu kok bagian seru itu.
Capek sih, tapi jujur capek banget.
Ini mau empty deh
Ini fresh ya?
di RK-nya. Fresh. Ada berapa ya freshnya?
Berarti siapin importnya.
Ada makronya kan?
Ya ini kayaknya berapa full ya? 3 lah. Oh iya gue mak. Mana nih? Gue makro.
Kacin. Hah? Omega fix Omega. Omega fix. Gila, capek banget, parah capek. Kalau nggak ada temenin tuh masa banget tuh. Seru cuma capek, nggak tahu kenapa capek. Apalagi tadi quest yang panjang tadi, aduh ya ampun. Gila. Omega fix. Omega fix. Meteon. Shared conscious with the course of business. Something has happened with this trip. And also, how might we access this shared conscious of theirs? Just as you would approach any sentient being directly, this might be a case that seems to prove any connection within physical reach. So unless we can track them in the mail, we just lost ways to communicate with them. No way knowing what befell your sister, no way to apply direction or guidance. Then would be at best suicide, so as to know how we might find her. Troubadour. Asik jalan-jalan Master Ameku. Dah, foto. Kapan lagi kan sama si Remek foto-foto, geng. Not today. Oh god. Panjang banget cutscene-nya. By that rock, is she? Very well. Now we have a chance. Once the others in position, two of us can hurt. Let's go, kind sir. Not today, my friend, not today. Waduh. Ah, pencet. Yaelah. Malah lari ke sana, ya ampun.
Aha! Give chase. We shall herd her into the shelter.
Please, Mission. We must speak.
I'm sorry, Hermes. I'm so sorry. If someone can hear these words, then please.
Kaget ini. Wah. Mau nggak?
Please protect them. Protect them all.
Anjay.
Individual self-suspended. Connection with shared consciousness stable. Our survey is complete. We shall now report our findings. All units safely arrived at their respective destinations. Seeking answers to Hermes' question, we attempted to make contact with the intelligent denizens of each star. Results are as follows, in order of numerical code. Enna,
Traces of civilization found. Structures believed to have served as domiciles. No extant life forms detected. Dio. Ruined remnants of buildings scattered across Star, surface of which is encased in ice. Presence of life could not be verified. Tria. Evidence of large population centers, akin to cities recovered. No extant life forms found, only their lingering essence. Tessera. Edifices surmised to be abandoned residences found. No extant life forms detected. Deadly plague or extreme environmental degradation likely to have led to mass extinction.
They are all dead.
Octo. Star found in state of violent conflict. Contact successfully made with inhabitants, but deployment of weapons of mass destruction resulted in total annihilation of local population shortly thereafter. Inea. Star is a barren desert. No identifiable flora found. Bones of living beings resembling men discovered beneath sands, but determination regarding their intelligence inconclusive.
Remind me, Hermes, what exactly was the question you entrusted to Meteon?
I tasked her with asking what others live for, what gives their lives meaning.
Did you consider what may happen if the premise of the question is flawed? To be able to answer it, one must be living and desire to continue doing so. But if Meteon finds no living beings in the course of her journey, or none who desire to live, what then? What answers would she derive from their silence?
Meteon, enough! Suspend your mission and return hither at once.
Decapente. Local civilization once flourished under auspices of higher power. Said power later laid waste to civilization in fit of rage. Upon revealing this to me, entity elected to self-terminate in lieu of providing answer to question. No other intelligent life forms found.
Turning a deaf ear, are we? We are taking Meteon back to Amarant. As I understand, we will need her if we are to bring back all of her sisters.
Yes. Meteon. It isn't right, is it? It isn't right to turn away from the answer. Even if the answer is pain. Even if we aberrations must scream ourselves hoarse to be heard. Aye. Whatever answers we find, I will not dismiss them out of hand. These words I said to you, and I will hold myself to them.
Gua tuh.
What is the meaning of this? You cannot take Mission. Not until she has finished her report. All else must wait. You fool!
The heck is going on here? Gue pikir Omega. Boy. Ini level berapa? 87 DRK aja kali ya? Sekali tapi capek juga sih. Cutscene panjang. What have we? That said, Ham is willing to enact such measures. I wonder what obstacle he has seen to our path. With that incredible spell, yes. Oh, Ah, kacau panjang cutscene-nya. Nggak panjang.
Itu archer di situ.
Masih pada ekstrim ya?
Masih.
Damn boy.
Iya sih masih.
Sama aja deh. Tapi capek banget gila.
Oh, marknya hilang, gue yang ngilangin. Tadi habis marking itu. Lupa. Oke, kita stay. Enggak healer, maksudnya healer stay. Sorry. Oh, nyaris. Aduh.
Jadi tank nggak ya?
Jadilah.
Dungeon ini di mana? Di masa lalu. Aduh.
Office Presley. Taruh tadi. Dia mau mati. Dia ngapain, itu bukan share tank buster.
Merah soalnya.
Apa?
Tadi merah apa?
Iya, merah tapi nggak dua.
Merah bulat.
Tolong. Nah, itu baru 2 tuh. Sakit banget.
Mat.
Aduh. Stop dulu kali streamnya ya, udah capek banget. Nih habis ini dungeon, mungkin bakal off stream kayak bakal leha-leha gitu kali ya. Juga udah mulai leha-leha. Oke deh. Thank you yang udah mampir, thank you Ray J, thank you Bang Lutfi. Aduh. Capek banget gila. Capek banget. Bukan yang ini dong. Live streaming matiin dulu. Oke. Saya udahan dulu. Thank you. See you next stream. Bye bye.